you guys can all hear me okay. I see a few people are already waiting. Hopefully you guys can all hear me okay. I can see a few of you are already in here waiting. 5 of you already, which is crazy. I only decided to do this fairly recently because I wanted to get it out there at least somewhat. But before we start, obviously, if you're around right now, give the stream a like. If you're here, thank you for tuning into this. We're going to be getting into some stuff right now, so obviously strap yourselves in, and I'll wait for you guys to pop up. Like, for some reason you guys aren't popping up for me yet in the chat. I'll wait for you guys to just make sure you guys are actually here, and because it's weird, like the numbers are here, but then like the people aren't. So just type something in chat if I am in fact live, just to make sure that I know that I am, because I'm not very good at this. You know what, I enjoy streaming a lot. It's very good fun, but I'm not very good at it. So yeah, let me know if you are here. But yeah, we've got a lot to go through today. Hello, Jodie O'Driscoll. Hello, Snapsicle. Hello, Nerd Den. How are you all doing? I was debating whether or not I was even going to consider talking to this. Yep, audio's fine. Good. I was debating or not whether I should even talk about this, because it's something just so petty, remedial, and just not worth my time. But I'm not even going to say the person's name, because you guys will probably know who it is. And I don't want to give him any more publicity than he already has, or any more of a platform than he already has, because frankly, he doesn't deserve one. But what I do seek out to do is just at least somewhat clear my name of this a little bit, because it's something that unfortunately has been dragged up by people who I think are just salty at me. But hello to Jodie O'Driscoll, Snapsicle, Cabby Cat, Josh Stewart, Sean McCloskey, hope I'm saying that right, Force Dalek, and Paul Malley. I hope you're all doing okay. So, again, not saying the person's name. The notification for this vid did not say it was live. Oh, really? It normally does. There's so many fake news, so many, I agree. So, to give you a bit of context to the situation, as you guys all know, recently I've been reporting on these Doctor Who leaks that have been coming out of Reddit since, I don't know, it's been about a few weeks since they started coming out of Reddit. And I've been reporting on them because I found them interesting. I found them interesting to talk about. And I thought, well, you know what? You guys will probably enjoy me talking about them as well. So that's what I decided to do. I decided to talk about them and let you guys know my thoughts on them. And unfortunately, I've been hit with the allegation that I myself, along with a couple of the other people who've made videos on these, have been forging these leaks in order to, quote, generate views for our channels. Now, today's stream basically seeks to prove that that is inaccurate. And what I am going to do now is show you guys my Reddit account so you can see it is not the same as the Reddit account that has been basically putting out these leaks. I love the leak saga video. Great work. Thank you. Very much appreciate that. It was basically all of my leak videos in one. There's a couple additional jokes in there, so if you haven't seen that, I would suggest it. But yeah, with that said, I'm going to show you the proof that these are not me, okay? Because, you know, this guy accuses me, and I'm not going to say his name, with zero evidence, absolutely no evidence whatsoever, a baseless claim. So I'm going to just point out how ridiculous the claim was. But with that said, if I can try and get this up and running here, I gotta make myself look a bit smaller, so bear with me. And then we make this bigger. See, you tell I'm not that great at the streaming thing. What's this? Why isn't it not letting me resize correctly? There we go, right. I'll make it a bit more, hang on. I don't know why it won't let me resize it perfectly, but you may have to just deal with it being a bit skew-if, I'm afraid. But, here you can see, I'm on Reddit. So first of all, let's take a look at the Reddit posts that we've been looking at. So the Reddit posts we've been predominantly getting leaks from is r/Doctor Who. Mostly, I think this is like the biggest Doctor Who subreddit, as far as I'm aware. And as you can see, look, here's all the leaks. Here are all the leaks, and I can even sort them from new. So you can see all the leaks dating all the way back to the very first one here, which was 18 days ago. And it was posted by you, the Crimson King, who I don't think is actually the same one who did the recent leak, but I thought it was. So that's interesting. But Crimson King, Tom H 2003. Crimson King, Tom H 2003. Again, Crimson King, Tom H 2003. U/Easy, Tom H 2003. Even more Doctor Who follow-ups by U Easy, Tom H 2003. Jazzy Might 11, Tom H 2003. And Ollie Smart 1, Tom H 2003. Do you see what I'm trying to get at here? I've had no involvement in any of these leaks at all, and I think it'll say, if I had another account, it would say to swap between accounts. I don't have another account. This is the only account I have. Literally. So there is no possible way that these leaks could come from me. I mean, if you wanted to be clever, you could say, oh, but your friends who could have those names could have made them. But you honestly think I'd go to such lengths to create content that I would make multiple fake Reddit accounts just to post leaks? Do you really think that I'd go that far for this? Honestly. Like, this allegation is pure nonsense, for lack of a better term. It's so ludicrous and inaccurate and just slanderous. I'm gonna say what it is, because it is. It's slanderous, because it's just not accurate at all. And I've proved that here. These leaks have got nothing to do with me. So to imply through a stream that I've had something to do with these, in fact, I can make myself bigger now because I've had my little moment there of demonstrating why this is BS. How do I... It won't let me resize for some reason, which is annoying. But I can probably skip, do it manually. There we go. So now you can sort of see why I've been a bit annoyed, because none of these have come from me at all. So I've been a little bit annoyed. The rumours and allegations is like crap coming out of sewers at this point. I agree. Like, I hope that that's proven to you all that I've had nothing to do with these. Tom H 2003, exactly. Not Jazzy Might or U Easy or Reasonable Manager or Crimson King. Tom H 2003. Those accounts are not mine, and I have nothing to do with them. So these allegations are nothing. They don't worry, Tyrants, I get you. I bet you really are Tom H2003. Yeah, no, it's another Tom H2003. I've watched you since 2K, definitely a glow. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you all for the kind support on 4K. It's honestly been so just lovely to see all the support recently. And obviously, this is why this whole allegation thing did bring me down somewhat, because it's one of those petty little things that I'd hoped would stop happening once I started to grow again. But unfortunately, I guess there are always people out there when you find success who want to basically take it from you. And that's what these people are trying to do. They are, you know what, I'm going to say it. To me, they are jealous, and they are finding any way that they can to discredit me and to prevent me from getting the views that I've been getting, because obviously they made a point in that stream of saying, oh, these videos have been doing really, really well, so this person must be faking them for views, which is just not the case. And I hope that, like, that segment of the stream has at least proved that somewhat. But I'll see what you guys are all saying in the chat. Don't worry about the allegations. Thank you, Cabby Cat. I appreciate that. Oh, we've had a £1 super chat from Cooked Beef. Thank you so much, Cooked Beef. That really means a lot to me, actually, because, you know, sometimes when you have these allegations, you worry, like, is it even worth doing what I'm doing, you know? Is it even worth the stress and the awkwardness, and just the vile nature of these things, because some of the things they've been saying have just been horrible. I'm not going to go into depth with it because I don't want to, but, stuff like that reminds me, the support that you guys give me reminds me that, yeah, it is worth it, and I'm doing what I should be doing. This is when I reveal I made them all without Theories. No, yeah, I probably wouldn't even joke about that, because I'll take that out of context and, say that, oh, see, we told you, I'm poor, here's £1. No, you know what? You don't even have to donate anything, but thank you so much for doing it. It honestly means the world to me. There are new leaks now, are there? I think I'm up to date now, because I'm on the r/Doctor Who Reddit. I'm up to date in terms of, there is one fake leak. There's one fake leak, which I was aware of shortly after posting the video, and it was the one about Omega. That one was by Nerd Den. However, to say that he made one joke video and then spinning it on him that he created all of them is completely inaccurate, and again, completely baseless. And I'll not take slander of any of my friends, seeing as, the person in question doesn't like people saying anything about his friends, so equally, I'm not going to take anyone saying anything about mine either. Josh Stewart says, don't worry, you're getting bigger on YouTube when some asshole tries to destroy your reputation. Exactly, Josh. That's exactly what's happening. And it's kind of sad, honestly. It's kind of sad that they've got nothing better to do. Go on Reddit /Doctor Who News. Oh, they're new leaks. Okay, well, we'll have a look then. But if you haven't already, please do like the stream. We've got 30 of you in here watching right now. Thank you all for coming in. But let's see if we can r/Doctor Who News. I'll check that one. You might get some live leaks here, so if you want some new leaks, be sure to check out the stream after it's finished as well. So if you wondering, hey, where's your coverage on these leaks, then here they are. There's one that's the same as the one that we've already covered. We covered it last night, which is the one about the Danny DeVito leak, which is like the weirdest one and probably the most thoroughly inaccurate one that I can safely say. But there's one about Doctor Who screening here. So if you guys are ready, we'll jump into that one live. I've not really done a live Reddit leak video before, but if you guys are ready, then we'll do it. Are you friends with Nerd Den? Yeah, we know each other. We've spoken before, Yeah. So when people go after him, I'm gonna inevitably say something. Obviously, he made the I'm assuming no, this isn't the Nerd Den thing. This isn't Nerd Den. This is another person who's been accusing me of things. The Nerd Den leak was funny. Like, that was a fun joke. That's not what I'm going after at all here. What I'm going after is the person who basically accused me of creating these leaks that I've been reporting on, which is completely false and baseless and without merit. Angry Pacifist, just remember to like the video. Be sure to support the show by liking it if you want to. Yeah, thank you, Pacifist. Thank you for letting them know to do that. If you could, I would very much appreciate it. Tom, it's you, Thomas. How you doing, Thomas? Hi. Are you all right? Let me get the Reddit up then. In that case, if you guys are ready for the next leak. So yeah, this is going to have some value because we're going to be doing some live leaks. I'm going to shrink myself down again. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Watch this. Whoop. Might need to go a bit smaller than that. Right. I don't know why my neck's gone red. That's weird. It's because I'm passionate and fiery today. Hopefully you can all see this okay. Can you all see this okay? I'm actually covering it a bit. I'll go a bit smaller. Scoop. There we go. Okay. So let's get into this live Reddit leak, shall we? Howdy. I've been fortunate enough to have a close friend who works for Doctor Who production team. Immediately, as soon as people say friends who work at the production team, I'm sort of like, because, it does give vibes of like, my friend's uncle who has seen Doctor Who filming in Cardiff, who has a friend. It has that vibe where it's not the most reliable thing, but we'll hear this person out, who allowed me to be his +1 at an event attended by people who worked on the series' first block, where they would be showcasing the opening episode of To the Controller of BBC One and some other peeps. He knows I love the show, so invited me along. Oh, I will say as well, this is by Biggie Herds 11, not Tom H 2003. He knows I love the show, so he invited me along, and boy, was I happy to go. On the whole, it was a really good opening episode. Like other Jodie series, it's an extended one, about 75 minutes, I think. Anyway, at the beginning of the screening, Chibnall came out front and talked about how the original plan for the series was completely different. He said that he was looking at real-world situations, as well as the reactions to Doctor Who fans to the series, and realised how vitriolic the world was becoming. He also candidly discussed his experiences with mental health at the beginning of COVID-19, and how working on the show again has improved his mental state. I chatted with Chibnall afterwards, and he seemed like a super decent guy with a really nice self-deprecating air about him. I mean, I can appreciate that. Apparently, because obviously Ace Creeper, he went to talk to Chibnall, didn't he? Apparently he's nice. I chatted with Chibnall after, yeah, so I got that. He even joked about Pip and Jade Baker comments all them years ago. I can't help but feel, though, that this sounds like fanfic to me. But we'll keep going. The episode itself is very interesting and focused on the human conflicts throughout the ages, via the use of Sontarans. These range from domestic crime, which is how Dan is introduced, all the way to the historical periods, Crimean War and American Civil War. And most memorably, the corruption of modern politicians. Yes, this will feature the return of Chris Noth, Jack Robertson. Okay, so this person's saying that Jack Robertson will appear in the first episode of Series 13, which is interesting because we just had an appearance from him in Revolution of the Daleks. The Sontarans themselves are both menacing and comedic in this story. For instance, the Sontaran leader is going to be played by James Nesbitt in a typically intense manner, whose presence will be mocked by having a very human name. This is one actually making fun and all. Again, to clarify, right? Biggie Herds, Tom H 2003. I have no other accounts, but we're gonna read it anyway because you know what? Screw it. But no, he will also be accompanied by his wife Cheryl. Apparently, he is the first Sontaran to ever have married, and is legendary throughout the universe for it. Also, if I remember rightly, there is an offhand line which implies his wife is... you know what? I think I can safely say that this isn't accurate. I'm just going to leave that there, I think. Because I'll get accused of doing that now as well. I'm just going to leave that, I think. That's all, folks. There's nothing more to see. I'm just going to put that there. Lovely. Because I'm going to get accused for that otherwise. Because I get accused for everything else. Yeah, so we're not going to do any more of that. Thank you again to Cookbee for the other pound. Thank you very much. Have you ever read fanfics on, like, Wattpad? Yeah, I have read a couple. I actually did a video a while back, which was, a Doctor Who, like, a horror, it was like a Halloween video I did, where it was, like, a creepy Thasmin fanfiction. If Angry Pacifist, you're on the chat, if you could link that, if people haven't seen it, then you can go watch it after the, so that one was very clearly inaccurate, and I'm not going to read any more of it, because otherwise I'm going to get accused of it, because even though I had nothing to do with that, as I have shown multiple times, that's the Martin Luther King one, which is this one? Yeah, so the others are the ones that I've been seeing already. There's one about other things. I'm just going to check. I'm going to do this one at once over before I read it on stream. Apparently there's a load more of these ones on r/Doctor Who News. So in coming days, you may be getting some more videos on the r/Doctor Who News leaks, if you guys would be up for that. Definitely not that one that I just read on stream, because, look, I don't want to get accused of anything, because I've been getting accused enough lately, and so I thought I'd stop. So it's the Pacifist, if I'm remembering rightly. It's the... Oh, God, I'm hearing myself. No. We don't want that. We don't want to cross the streams. It's literally, because it's a stream. It's called... What's it called? It's called... I gotta go down a bit. It's called the most disturbing Doctor Who story you've never heard of. That's what it's called. But we have also got some regular Doctor Who news that isn't leaks. So if you guys want to hear that, then we'll get into that if you guys want. I've got a couple things to talk about. I've also got a bit of a channel update as well, which I'll sort of do towards the end of the stream. Thoughts on the new alien with the black mask? I think he looks alright. He does look a bit budget, but then again, I think with CGI, we haven't seen him with like the full CGI and stuff. So I reckon that he'll look better once we've seen him in his full, Doctor Who-y, full-on glory, whereas, like, right now, we've only seen him as, a sort of biker mask, helmet-y guy. But yeah, let me see if I can find, because Doctor Who Production News, the Twitter account, posted a couple of interesting things about Series 13, which I haven't talked about yet. So, yeah, because I've just been so busy with getting these leak videos out that I've sort of missed a couple of the things that I may have done like live streams on. So, I wanted to wait until I had a solid number of things to talk about before doing one of these streams because, so there's this article by the Metro that I want to talk about. So I'll slide myself down again. I really need to think of a new word to make myself look smaller, but there we go. All right. John Bishop can't share anything about his companion role in Doctor Who, except that he's doing it. Not very informative, John Bishop there. I wonder if the reasoning he can't is to do with the fact that on a Zoom video for a school, he gave away a bit more than he should, so the BBC gave him a little, slap on the wrist type thing. We know that John Bishop is going to be in Doctor Who, but until the series returns to our screens, that's the only thing we're going to know. The comedian was tipped when asked about his role as the Doctor's companion on tonight's edition of The Graham Norton Show. The 54-year-old said, "That was my lockout experience. I am the new companion to the Doctor. I'm allowed to say that, but that's about it. Spoil sport." The Scouser was unveiled as part of the Doctor Who cast following the New Year's special Revolution of the Daleks, with a short teaser confirming that he would be playing alongside Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. Bishop joining the cast confirms that Bradley Walsh and Tosin Cole left as Ryan and Graham respectively. I mean, we all knew that anyway. Mandip Gill, however, will continue to play Yaz in the TARDIS. The 13th series began production in November and is expected to premiere this year. I mean, we were told 2021, so you'd hope so. While Bishop can't give us any details about his adventures through time and space, he can discuss his upcoming tour right here, right now. He said, "It's a tour that we've been doing before lockdown. We've moved everything to September to allow time for people to be allowed back in. What was meant to happen was me going to the States, Scandinavia, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Now I think I might get to Scotland." Alright, so that was just a very... Oh, no, still going. Bishop is part of an all-four style lineup on tonight's Graham Norton, with Top Gun star Tom Cruise, Jennifer Connelly, and Miles Teller chatting about the 80s classic. Felicity Jones and Wumini Mosaku, I hope I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, I apologise, are also set to chat with Graham, while Years and Years, aka Ollie Alexandra, will provide the music. This is the latest recorded episode of the series with 2 compilations. Okay, I don't care. Alright, so there's the John Bishop article. So nothing too new about Dan's character. Oh my god, we got 57 people watching. Thank you all. Thank you all very much. I really appreciate that. Dan the Man, yes, we've been learning a bit more about Dan the Man recently. Hello, Dr. Gamer, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. But yeah, we've also got some recent Twitter things. Obviously, I found that article. If I scroll down a bit, also rest in peace, Prince Philip. I'm not particularly, a royalist, but I'll just be as polite as I can because I don't want to get called out or anything. There was something I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, so they released some new pictures of the Weeping Angels from the Lonely Assassins game, which looks pretty cool. Just trying to make sure I cover everything. Oh yeah, Dalek Sec, the official Dalek Sec prop, went up for auction the other day. I haven't got the money for it. I haven't got 15 grand. Although I do have a fun story for you guys. Recently, I've been appearing on some certain shows, and I actually won 50 quid on one of these shows. I can't say any more than that, because I might get told off. But yeah, keep your eyes out for that. I've been appearing in a lot of things recently. I've got a lot of cameo appearances coming up, so keep your eyes out for them. I'm making my waves in the Doctor Who community, shall we say. Alright, so this is the thing I wanted to talk about. This actor was photographed being filmed approaching and talking to John Bishop and Nadia Albina, am I saying that correctly? At the Museum of Liverpool on March 23rd. Does anyone recognise him? Ruther 2 screenshot from this video annoyingly includes footage of irrelevant gaming. Okay, do you want to... Are we allowed to show that video? I don't know. Are we allowed? We'll give it a go, shall we? We'll give it a whack. If we get told off, we get told off. I visited the Doctor Who Series 30. Okay, I'm going to skip, because I just sort of want to see the footage. I'm going to keep it muted in case, you know, there's copyright or whatever. But thank you to the Cosmic Vortex. Okay, so here's some more set filming stuff. This is at the Museum of Liverpool. I'm going to skip forward a bit. Here you can see John Bishop, Nadia Albina, who I assume is his love interest, who we've been hearing a bit about, if I go back a bit, and this person who is the newly photographed person who Doctor Who Production was on about. If we skip forward a bit more, it's just a bit about the new monster. And yeah, that's about it. So there's the new filming stuff. Not too much to go off of, but we have got a new actor sighting as well. So there's that. Yeah, so John Bishop was also on Bake Off, and there's been a lot of fun memes to come out of that as well. So that's pretty fun. But yeah. Wait, there was also rumoured filming on Bute Street. I don't know. I don't think we ever got a follow-up on that. So I can't say whether that was accurate or not. If any of you guys know, feel free to let me know about that. But yeah. There was also a weird rumour going about a while ago that the actress from Star Wars, Captain Phasma, let me see, get the actor's name. 71 people watching. I think that's like our highest for a stream so far. So thank you, Captain Phasma actor. So Gwendolyn Christie was I was just told about this through the grapevine. Gwendolyn Christie was rumoured to be playing the Doctor, but I think that was a Twitter leak that got pretty much immediately shut down. So, yeah, that's not happening, I don't think. But yeah, it's good to keep an eye on that. But yeah, no, you better sub Sarah Rooney. Yeah, everyone subscribe. Do it right now. Oh my god, we've almost got 80 people watching. This is absolutely wild. The chat's going too quick. I can't. This is quite amazing. Thank you all so much. I'd love to see Gwendolyn in Doctor Who. Okay, so basically, so those of you who've maybe just popped into the stream just to see what I'm doing, for those of you who do not know, there was this person who accused me of making up these, basically creating these fake Reddit leaks. And my goal today was just to confirm that these weren't me. As you can see, Tom H 2003, and then if we go into Doctor Who leaks, Easy as 123, Crimson King, Ollie Smart, Reasonable Manager. Yeah, none of these are me, and I haven't got any alt accounts either to make these. So, hi from the USA. Enjoy your videos. Thank you, Mayor28509. That was a long one to say, but thank you very much. Would YouTube copyright a YouTube video for looking at YouTube? You know, you never put it past YouTube these days, to be honest. They are very what's the word? They like to copyright things. Definitely you though, isn't it? Elise, do not put that out into the universe because they'll believe it. do not do that to me now. I get enough going on right now. But yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on in the community right now, for sure. But I also, I'm a bit skew-if here. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. I take up the whole screen now. It's even more of me. That bit is it the Five-ish Doctors? Where he's like, even more of me, and he's talking about Time Lash. That's fun. What about the April Fool's one? I mean, the April Fool's one says on the tin. I mean, the April Fool's one, I did an April Fool's one, but the difference between my April Fool's one and a couple other people's April Fool's one, is that I only posted it to one of my own like private subreddits that no one else has access to. So I didn't bamboozle anyone there. I just made the video from my own subreddit. Believe me, I promise it's true. There's a leak confirmed. You know, leaks, they taste delicious. You know what? If you put them with cheese on a cracker, that's a game changer. I'm telling you, if you haven't tried it. Thank you, Thomas High. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Yeah, it's weird. My sub count has been fluctuating so much recently. It's been wild. Absolutely wild. Like, I've been going from like 3.98 to 4.2 back down to like 3.99. It's been crazy. Leaks have no taste. What do you mean leaks have no... That's just a lie. That's just a blatant lie. But I do have an announcement to make about the future of the channel, which I will talk about now. So, for those of you who sort of came before the massive blow-up recently that I've had with all these leak videos, you'll know that I started this thing called the Exile plotline, which is basically, I got exiled... Hang on, let me see if I can get the footage. I got exiled by Confused Adipose to a new office or room to do my videos in, basically. And unfortunately, the building for the new office has been delayed till May. So I haven't been able to do... And that's why this green screen, it never has anything on it, because... That's why this green screen never has anything on it, because right now, I don't have the lighting to correctly light the green screen in order to be able to chroma key correctly. But, hopefully, you know, eventually that will get done. The sooner the better, obviously, but let me just find where he exiles me. It's in this video, I believe. Pixel 5, this isn't a free advertisement. There are 80 people watching. I don't need an advertisement for your phone, Pixel. Go away. I don't want you. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave Britney alone. Leave her alone. Right. If I skip forward a bit. Yeah, here we basically do like a War Games parody, and here's the Confused Adipose, look. See, I can put him in the title now because he's been in like a frame of the video. No, I'm just kidding, I wouldn't do that, or would I? So I got exiled to another office, but that hasn't happened because of, you know, it's not being built. So as a result, a lot of things that I've wanted to do, I haven't been able to. So that's why these leak videos have been a bit of a godsend in truth, because, you know, they've allowed me to make videos with, you know, without being able to basically having to show my face. And obviously, they've been keeping you guys really engaged, and they've been growing the channel a lot, which is absolutely great. But obviously, the reason there's been so many of them is because I haven't really been able to do a lot else, because behind this green screen, it's an absolute state. It's horrible. And I've been waiting basically to get into the other room to be able to do proper videos and more inventive type stuff for you guys, other than just leak videos. I do have, and I can announce it here, so can we get a drum roll? That was a naff drum roll. But I've got a video essay that should be coming out soon, within the next few weeks. It's a massive video essay. It's being split into 2 parts. It's talking specifically about the Daleks. I can't give you any more info than that, otherwise I'd have to kill you. And I need the viewers. So, yeah. That's something that's happening soon, so keep an eye out for that. It's gonna be like the last video essay I do for a while, because they really do take it out of me. I'm making myself big again. It really is like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, except a bit less dramatic and without... What's his name? Is it Rick Morales? Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's the right name. I know my people on films. Yeah, what do you call me? Some sort of stupid? But yeah, so that's something that's happening. I'm also, as I said, going to be in a lot of YouTubers' upcoming videos. In fact, I don't know whether you guys saw it, but if we go over to Mr. Confused Adipose's channel, Confused Adipose, he's even stolen my thumbnail format. Yeah, don't think I didn't notice. Don't think I didn't notice, Joe, with your with your mysterious man with the question mark on it. Don't think I didn't see what you're doing there. I see you. I see what you're doing. No, I'm joking, but he's making a video on what he would do as Doctor Who's showrunner, which, by the way, I probably should like, so I've done that now. But if you guys look at the trailer, we can play it. He won't copyright claim me, will he? Joe, I better get paid for this free advertising, mate. There's Ashling. And look, there's me. There is me. I'm going to be in Joe's showrunner video tomorrow, so be sure to check that out tomorrow. I don't know what time exactly it is. Someone, if they know in the chat, please let me know. Does this mean TARDIS will get in YouTube Rewind this time? Yes, I will be in YouTube Rewind this year. I have been told that I, in fact, will be in YouTube Rewind this year, so keep your eye out for me there as well. Wow, someone cool should write a cool Weeping Angels episode. It's a shame we haven't got anyone cool writing these episodes. But yeah, so, Joe, don't think I didn't notice that you stole my thumbnail format. Oh, God. Wait, I wasn't streaming any of that. Lol. Okay, hang on. Let me just... Oh, that's the wrong thing. That's the bloody OBS. You know what? It'd just be nice if you did what I asked sometimes. You know? Like, I don't ask for much out of life. I just ask for a stream that was decently well, and doesn't end in catastrophe. And they always do. All of these streams always do. But I'll show it again so you guys know. Look, it's me. I'm in the Confused Out of Poses showrunner video. Which, by the way, he stole my thumbnail format for. Still salty. Don't think I didn't notice, Joe. Just because you, I got 8,000 subscribers. No, don't think I didn't notice. Look at him. Look at him. That is the face of a guilty man. A guilty man right there. Cancel the Confused Out of Pose. That's what I say. Don't actually. But there you go. Who Chaser? And then wait. It's me. It's me on Joe's phone. Look at that. Not Shark from Argos, something else. There we go. And he's got lots of parody thumbnails there. So yeah, I'm going to be in that. The video's at 16:45 tomorrow, or, you know, as most normal people say, 4:45. So go check that out. Yeah. I don't know why I said 16:45. I should have just said 4:45. I guess it's just because I read it as I saw it. But yeah, so there's that. I'm also, I know I won't reveal that. I got some things that I'm working on, but I can't reveal them to you little people just yet. But the video essay, that's, in fact, shall we? I'll show you. Shall I show you the introduction to that video? Shall I do it? Chat, let me know. Do you want me to do it? Because I could show you the introduction to my video. Could one person just block that person from commenting? Can we hide this user? There we go, I've done it. That's alright. Because someone was just spamming self-promotion things on the chat. You know you've made it when people start self-promoting. What? Why? What is your thumbnail format? No, it's just, if you noticed, right? So his thumbnail changed to have the mysterious man with the question mark. And if we look at my channel, if we have a quick, I'm not actually saying cancel Confused Out of Pose. That was literally just a joke. If we look here, man silhouette man with question mark, man silhouette man with question mark, silhouette man with question mark, silhouetted woman in question mark, silhouetted woman, silhouetted man. You get the point. You know, can I copy your homework? Sure, just don't make it too obvious kind of vibes. But in all seriousness, I know that Joe's been working really hard on this video, and go check it out when it releases. Then I better be getting paid for this free advertising. I won't be. But I'll show you the introduction to my video essay. I don't know how I go about doing it, because I have got it rendered out, so bear with me here. How do I do this? Right, if I show you the opening, it's the opening, like, minute. So, yeah. If I just, opening class. Does that not... Right. Oh, here we go. Right. Right, can you hear that? Did you hear that, chat? Did you hear that stream? I noticed you. Hello, Dr. Universe. How are you? Doctor Who-niverse, I should say. How are you? Are you guys ready for the premiere of the introduction to the leak video? Can we get a hell yeah? Cancel confused adipose. Agreed, Liam Key. Agreed. Yeah, let me know if you guys can hear that. Or not. Let me know. No. Okay. Ah, I know why. Hang on. Okay, that should fix it now. Alright, get ready, boys. We're gonna be showing the introduction to my leak video. And what I'll do, I'll get rid of myself, just briefly, so you can listen to this. Alright. You guys ready? Okay, here we go. I'll make it full screen as well, just for you. If you saw my last monster video essay, link in the corner, you'll know that the Cybermen are my favourite Doctor Who villain, but there is no doubt that the Daleks are the most recognisable. So much so in fact, they are considered by some to be more iconic than the show that created them. However, the more popular something is, the more content that is produced featuring said thing, and more content usually means a higher chance of lower quality products polluting the ecosystem. And of course, the Daleks are no exception to this rule, as the quality of their stories as well as their overall impact on pop culture, much like the show itself, has arguably been steadily dropping since the second wave of Dalek mania, and by extension Doctor Who mania, brought about by the 2005 revival, to the extent that they are often thought of as a joke, not only by the special effects obsessed masses who mock their dated design, but also by the show itself. But what has caused the Skaro Slugs to face such a decline in relevancy? Why have we gone back to the days of them being seen as objects of scorn and ridicule, long since thought abandoned by the wilderness years? Well, sit back, relax, and subscribe, because today we're going to be attempting to recapture the terror of the Doctor's deadliest foe. Alright, well there is the sort of premiere of the opening of my next and final video essay. So let me know what you guys thought in the chat. I'm going to turn down desktop audio now. Hopefully you guys heard all of that. What did you think? Best video ever, love it. Thank you, Pacifist. No, don't cancel him, it's just a... Wait, was there no audio? Did that whole thing not have audio? Did that whole thing not have the... Wait. Please don't tell me it didn't just completely die. Because I watched it all. Oops. Yeah, just let me know. Wait. I can't tell whether you guys could hear it or not. Oh, actually, I want to cover something else as well. I was going to do a video on this. No, it did. Okay, cool. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. There's a couple more things I want to talk about. I haven't spoken yet about... Okay, good, it had audio, good. Cool, okay. So, I haven't yet talked about... Let me get a picture of the map. The Ninth Doctor audios. Ninth Doctor audios, right, I haven't yet talked about these, the Ninth Doctor audios. So obviously recently, we got a trailer for these audios. If you guys, remember, we got a trailer for these audios. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't overly keen. Now that's not to say that I can't win me round, it's just he didn't quite sound right to me. I can't play any of the audio because I'll get copyright claimed to hell and back if I do that, but he just didn't quite sound right to me. He sounded a bit too shouty, and people say, well, yeah, people's voices are naturally going to change over, whatever it is, 16 years, and that's fine, but some of the lines that they gave him as well sounded a bit too tenanty for my liking. He was like, I'm doing the thing, burning thing like nobody's business, and it sounded a bit too much like 10. It sounded a bit too excited, especially for a Ninth Doctor who's come like straight out of the Time War, because I believe these are all pre-Rose. For a Doctor that's just come straight out of the Time War, I don't think he'd be acting like that. Again, I hope this wins me round, and I think it's awesome. Don't get it twisted, I think it's awesome that we got him back, and I think it's awesome that we're getting these audios, and that we're going to get to see the Ninth Doctor with the Cybermen. That's awesome. That is something that I think is a lot of fans' dreams for a lot of people. And I know I'm late to this topic because Mr. TARDIS has already done it, but I just can't help but feel it doesn't sound quite right. Even the fantastic at the end of the trailer just didn't quite hit right for me. But there was a recent article by the Radio Times that I thought was interesting, and I wanted to talk about it to you guys now. Christopher Eccleston. Oop. We had 88 people watching this at its peak, which is kind of bonkers to me. That many people were watching live, because the hardest we've got so far, like the highest I've ever got was like 70. But then fans unite to show support. Right, so there's two articles. There's this one and there's the other one. We'll do the first one first, naturally. Christopher Eccleston says Doctor Who needs to explode the canon if it wants to survive. Sound like he's a fan of the Timeless Child reveal. Almost 60 years of TV adventures plus countless spin-offs, comic strips, games and audio plays try to make sense of Doctor Who's canon is tricky, and some would say an impossible task. So should we even bother? Ninth Doctor Chris Eccleston has suggested that the BBC sci-fi series needs to explode the canon as he reprises his role for the first time in 16 years. I'm not a slave to canon, Eccleston said via Den of Geek, while promoting the Ninth Doctor Adventures range of audio dramas for Big Finish. Go away, Falcon and Winter Soldier, you're good, but I don't want to advertise you and I don't want to get claimed. Can I get rid of this? Bye-bye, Captain America. I think if the show wants to survive going forward, it needs to explode the canon, that rigid adherence, there can only be a number of incarnations, etc., etc. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. The imagination is limitless. On television, Doctor Who has recently dropped a bombshell that, if not quite exploding canon, certainly shook it up, with Series 12's Timeless Child, The Timeless Children dealing a double shocker in revealing that the Doctor was not originally from Gallifrey, and that there have been many incarnations of the Doctor before William Hartnell's first. As for where Big Finish's new Ninth Doctor adventures take place, in that incarnation's timeline, producer David Richardson has confirmed that it will launch next month. Volume 1 Ravages are set pre-Rose, which I'm not a fan of because I feel like so much of the Doctor's development comes from when he meets Rose. So I think starting it pre-Rose, I'm just not a big fan of that. Although I will say, because Series 1 is written in such a way that it's very tightly written and every episode the Doctor develops somewhat, it would be hard to have episodes during his time with Rose because you wouldn't want it to contradict any of the development that happened in Series 1. But yeah, these are the adventures sometime after his regeneration, travelling alone, starting to discover itself after all that time being the War Doctor. I just ignore it, Eccleston said of the Doctor's personal timeline, and he does. We've just recorded an episode, for instance, where the Brigadier says to him, "You remember when you came to my retirement party and then we ended up on Gallifrey?" And he said, No, I don't remember. An essential quality of him is he's entirely in the moment. I don't refer to any of the canon. My Doctor is very much in the moment. Doctor Who The Ninth Doctor Adventures Volume 1 Ravages will be released by Big Finish in May 2021. The new stories will see the Ninth Doctor meet the Cybermen and the Brigadier, originally played by Nicholas Courtney, now voiced by John Coleshaw. I can never say his name quite right. There we go. So that's that article. Now, unfortunately, there were certain people in the fan base who kind of took this the wrong... I mean, I say kind of, they very much took this the wrong way. They took it as, oh, he's endorsing the Timeless Child, he's doing this, he's doing that, blah, blah, blah. And he doesn't even mention the Timeless Child. If you read the article, he's just saying that he doesn't... his character specifically is not a slave to canon, and that it shouldn't matter in the face of telling a good story, which I very much agree with. Unfortunately, some people took this as him being like, oh yeah, Doctor Who's canon doesn't matter, which is simply not what he said. That's the point though, Angry Pacifist. He never pins his tail on that donkey. At first, it's just... wait, what was this? Yeah, no, exactly. He doesn't even like Chibnall, that's the thing. He's not even said that in the article. If you actually read it, All he said was he thinks they should explode the canon, and to a certain extent, I can see where he's coming from, in that it shouldn't come in the way of telling a good story. Now, unfortunately, some people took this as an opportunity to make personal attacks, and I'm not going to say any names, but you know who they are. So as a result, as a counter, people started a hashtag the other day called Chris Eccleston, our Doctor, or Ninth Doctor, our Doctor. It was one of those. And that's what this Radio Times article is about. Radio Times really do pump out a lot of stuff on Doctor Who, I've realised. Christopher Eccleston fans unite to show support for the Doctor Who star. The Ninth Doctor is returning for a series of audio adventures. Former Doctor Who lead star Christopher Eccleston is reprising his role as the Ninth Doctor for the first time in 16 years, and fans are more than a little pleased. Eccleston will voice the Time Lords for a series of audio adventures for Big Finish, and fans are expressing their approval and support using the Twitter hashtag #EcclestonOurDoctor. I wouldn't be a Doctor Who fan without him. He was my first Doctor, and he would always have a special place in my heart. I have a huge amount of respect for his integrity he's shown over the years, and the passion he has for his work, one fan wrote. Oh, I wonder if it's going to mention me. Probably not. Other fans praised him for his introduction to the sci-fi series when he played the Doctor in the Noughties revival. Christopher Eccleston is my Doctor, the first Doctor I ever watched. His captivating, no-nonsense portrayal was perfect for when the show relaunched in 2005. His performance immediately got rid of people's misconceptions about the show, said another fan on Twitter. The hashtag also appears to be in part a response to some negative backlash on social media, as I mentioned before, to Eccleston's recent interview for Doctor Who magazine, in which he said he said of the Doctor Who audio return, first of all, I mean, it's not a fashionable thing to say because we're all English and we don't talk about these things, but I'm an actor. The way I pay my mortgage and support the children is by acting. This is paid work. That's not even really what it was about. It was about people getting peed off that he said he dared to say anything about canon. Speaking to Den of Geek, Eccleston previously revealed some of his hopes for the audio series, including female villains. Yeah, this was probably partly to do with it as well. I think it's time for the Doctor to meet a cyber woman in the 21st century. We've had enough cyber men, he said. So yeah, that's what people were getting annoyed at. So people in response... There's some horrible people out there. Why are they attacking him? Yeah, I agree. Like, at the end of the day, it took him forever. And you know what? I'm not saying that as a bad thing, but it took so long for us to get Christopher Eccleston back in the role of Doctor Who after, 16 years. We finally got him back. And your response, just because he said something that you didn't like, is to insult the guy. I'm sorry, I don't agree with the people who've done that. I think those people, quite frankly, and I address them directly, should be ashamed of themselves. They know who they are. And it's kind of sickening to me, actually, that some of the people who support the said person that said those things haven't said anything in response. They didn't challenge him on any of it. They just let him say it. And that baffles me. But there's one more thing I want to talk about before we wrap up the stream today. One more big thing. So, be sure to leave a like if you haven't already. Thank you so much for the support on the stream. We've had so many people come in today. It's been kind of amazing. And thank you all so much for recent support. It's been baffling. But I've got one more thing to talk about. And this is something that... a lot of people have already done. Again, I'm late to a lot of these because I've been doing leaks. I'm a leaker, leaking leaks. I'm a leak king, lots of leaks. But I was thinking of doing a video on this, but I think I can cover it here. Doctor Who Worlds Apart is a digital Doctor Who trading card game in which you can basically trade cards and play a card game, which is yet to be released, by the way. And basically buy cards for real-life money, as you can see here, $29.99. But there is a dark side to this. If we look... Oh, I don't want... No. Wait, do I have to log in? Oh, wait, actually, I don't want to... I'll log in with Twitter. There we go, if it lets me do it. Twitter, do. That's how people's passwords get leaked, and I don't want that. marketplace. Right. If we sort these by... Oh, that's interesting. They've stopped the price listing. Wait, I think they've stopped price. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, so basically, if I go to all the way to the end. Okay, that's very interesting. So this website's been changed slightly. I mean, there's still some ridiculous ones. So for example, you can buy the Planet Mondas for £1,000. A digital card that doesn't have a game to accompany it yet. Buy it for £1,000. You can buy the 12th Doctor in a Weeping Angel frame, a digital Weeping Angel frame, for $2,699. Now, on its own, this would just be, kind of scummy microtransactions. It would be bad, but it would be livable. What makes this worse, though, is that A, they're creating artificial scarcity, as it says here. Each frame and character image is limited to special edition series. Only a finite number of frames and character image will ever be created. So they're literally creating artificial scarcity, which is basically a tactic that companies use where they want to intentionally limit the amount of a product that can be sold, even though theoretically there can be an infinite number of them, just for the sake of profit. So that's already quite scummy. But this is also very insidious. True ownership for the players. Unlike other free-to-play games, Doctor Who Worlds Apart gives you complete ownership of your in-game items. Collect rare cards before they sell out, build your deck, trade them in our marketplace opening soon, save your cards and use them to play the upcoming trading card game launching in 2021. Each card you collect will be tokenized into a non-fungible token, NFT, whatever that is, secured and protected on the blockchain, which means there can be no copies or disputes about ownership. You actually own a piece of Doctor Who history. Now this is not only incredibly insidious, but also remarkably misleading. Because you all know there is no way you can actually own digital goods. Because what if one day the site goes down? What happens then? I'll tell you what happens. All of your cards that you potentially spent thousands and thousands of pounds on, boop, gone. Like that. They just don't exist. Now, what makes things like this especially insidious is that it's targeted towards children who will gain access to mummy or daddy's credit card and they'll go, ooh, I want Grand Marshal Scadlack. I don't know what kid's saying that, but one of them is. So they pay £1,000, but that's what this wants because it's deliberately packaged to be kid-friendly. Look, it's a Zygon, it's on torrent, all the Doctor Who characters that you like. And I know this can happen because it's happened to me before. So for context, right, I used to play back in the day Doctor Who Legacy, which was essentially a sort of Candy Crush Saga type equivalent for Doctor Who. It was, one of those matching games. And I spent like 80 quid on characters for that from my parents, and they didn't know. So people saying that kids won't do this, they absolutely will. I know because it happened to me when I was younger. It's something that this is deliberately targeting, and it's just so insidious and so, like, there isn't even a game. This is the only bit of gameplay that we've got, and I'm going to play it because it's just... That is where your grand is going if you buy one of these cards. A game that's not even released yet. I just find this incredibly insidious and just scummy. And people say, well, just don't buy the cards. But the problem is, this is aimed at people who don't make that decision. Who can't make that decision for whatever reason. Either they're kids, or they're addicted to, like, gambling. So, this is deliberately aimed at them. So it's not like, yes, you might be able to say, oh, I just won't buy the cards. Not everyone is like that. Not everyone can say that. That's what makes this scummy. There's also the environmental aspect to it as well. these servers have a huge weight on the environment as well, which is kind of, there's that angle of it as well. But my main issue is the fact that this is targeting kids, and I will never endorse this. You know, even if they paid me money, I know that they sent Ace Creeper some free currency, and power to him. He said, no, I'm not endorsing this. This is scummy. This is not right, and I'm not going to advertise it. And you know what? Massive, massive respect to Ace Creeper, because lesser people in that situation would have just quietly done it, because they'd as a kid I spent tons of money on Pokemon cards. The thing is though, at least with physical cards, at least you're getting something. At least you get something out of physical cards. With digital cards, it's nothing. It's finite. It doesn't exist. It's fugazi, as they say in The Wolf of Wall Street. It doesn't. It's no matter. It's gone once the servers go down, and they inevitably will, because I can't see this game being very popular. Like, has anyone got like $1,000 to drop on a card? I don't think they do. I'm not doing too bad, thank you, Oliver Jones. How are you? But yeah, I don't think many people have got $1,000 to drop on a card. So yeah, I can't see this game doing very well. I am more excited. I am more excited for Edge of Reality, because that's actually a console game that's not Insidious. But then again, even console games aren't like, imagine if Edge of Reality comes out and there's microtransactions to get you to play as certain doctors. I'm not saying that will happen, but if they did, I'd have a big issue with that. Someone asked earlier, I don't know who it was, sorry if I missed it, but someone said about, what was it? If I was going to do Big Finish videos, I'm planning on covering the Ninth Doctor audios when they come out. If enough of you guys are interested and want to hear my thoughts on those, I'm planning on talking about those when they come out. But it's so annoying, the idea of a digital Doctor Who card game is really cool, but this stuff is just so awful right now. The thing is, I'll be honest, I'd rather just have the physical cards. Yeah, you got something back. With digital items, you lose. It's the same with digital physical media. Exactly. At least though, with like digital media, you're getting what you'll pay for. With this, you're literally paying for a thing that can't even be used in a game yet. At least if you pay for a digital game, you're playing the game. You get something out of that. You don't with this. It's just a card. No. I'm good. I just love watching all the leaks and how sometimes you say it's BS and how it's your reaction that puts me in a good mood for the day. Well, thank you very much, Oliver Jones. I appreciate that. I'm gonna have a couple more coming out in the next few days, so get excited for that, because I've stumbled upon a bunch more from r/Doctor Who news. But to summarise, basically all the things we've been talking about. No, I didn't make up any of these leaks. Chris Eccleston does not deserve the hate he's been getting from certain people, and I don't get why he has been. We've had a new person on the set of Doctor Who Series 13. I can't, say a lot about that other than he looks okay. I don't know what else there is to say. What is the BBC nowadays? I agree. I used to love the old monster trading cards back when they were a physical thing. Yeah, I had the Battles in Time, the David Tennant ones, and the ones that I properly grew up with were the Monster Invasion, the Matt Smith cards. How you doing, Warlocks? I would actually buy them if they were physical. So would I. I'd love some new cards. This is the thing. They're thinking about, what's the easiest thing to make. Whereas, in reality, I would go out to a shop and buy a ton of Doctor Who cards if they made them. I genuinely would. And I'd review them, and I'd do an unboxing. I will get Danny DeVito to do Doctor Who at some point so you can eat your chair. If you do, I will happily do it, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I'm not, it's not impossible, but the chances of me getting Danny DeVito, I think there's more chances of me getting up and doing the hokey cokey. Oh, do join the Discord. If one of the mods can link the Discord in the chat, if you guys want to join the Discord, then you can. Feel free, there's people chatting in there. You get notified as soon as a video or a live stream like this comes out straight away, so that's good too. The developers, how are you, Tharos? I'm good. I'm doing good, thank you, Leonard James Lambert. I hope I'm saying that all right. Very nice name. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Bring back Battles in Time, I agree. Or Monster Invasion, or just a new card. I really don't mind. But whatever it would be, I would totally buy some new cards. They're missing out on a market. They really, really are. I don't get why it's all got to be digital now. But, you know. Also, I'm going to give this a little bit of a promotion because I've only done one video on it. And I realise now that I've got a lot more people who are watching me. I have... And you're going to see this in one of the cameos that I'm making. Not the Confused Adipose video, but another video. I have my own branded sonic screwdriver, which you can actually get. I'll see if I can put a link to this in the chat. It's made by the wonderful Custom Who Sonics. And if you want your own Thari sonic screwdriver, because here's the thing about YouTuber merchandise. Everyone does tops or hoodies or, you know, things like that. I thought, well, what would be better than my own sonic screwdriver? So by going to the link on Etsy, which I will send you now, Etsy, see if I can find the specific sonic screwdriver, because obviously, but you know, any sonic screwdriver from Custom Who Sonics is worth the purchase. Bear in mind, there are only 3 left, and 4 people have them in their baskets. But if you want your own Thari sonic screwdriver, then here you go. Here's the link to that. I'm just basically getting everything out while you guys are here. You can even look; it does all the sounds and everything. It's the official Thari sonic screwdriver. It's very cool. And Custom Who Sonics did an epic job. Obviously, it's modelled primarily on my favourite Doctor, which is Matt Smith's sonic screwdriver, but it also has elements of the 8th Doctor, his Dark Eye screwdriver. That's a great gimmick, Sarah. It's your own Sonic. I wish I'd thought of that, you. Yeah, no, it was something that... so how it happened was basically I watched Vote Saxon's video on this guy's company, and I was like... Not company, but like Etsy store. And I was like... I wonder if he'd be willing to do me a Sonic. So I got in touch, and he did. And we've been selling them. We've sold about, I don't know how many, like maybe 4 so far. So if you guys want some more, there's only like 4 left, because obviously they are produced in limited quantities. I once made my own custom sonic screwdriver from a Bic pen. Oh, that's the way. Yeah, I've always wanted to make my own, but I've not got the handyman experience to be able to do that. I've always wanted... Ooh, I can't... shall I reveal that? Shall I reveal that on stream? I will, actually, because I probably won't make a video on it. So I don't know whether you guys remember, but a while back, I was talking on Twitter about getting my own Doctor Who TARDIS console. I'll see if I can get a picture on screen. Hang on. Let me email. So they're about 100. Apologies they're so high. The only reason they are is because he literally has to buy all the parts from the other Sonics to put them together and basically create them. But I don't get all the money, so don't worry. Do you think Chibnall will double down on the Timeless Child being the Doctor, or retcon it to be someone like the Master? See, I think it's a red herring. I think the Doctor... I think there is more to this. I don't think this is going to be the new status quo going forward. I think there will be more reveals in Series 13. Whether it be the Master or not, I hope it's the Master, because that would make more sense. It would still create a power imbalance in the Doctor and Master's dynamic, which I'm not overly keen on, but at the same time, you know, it's better than what we have. Oh, thank you, for Starling. Let me see if I can get a picture of what I was trying to show you guys on stream. I may have to email it to myself, which isn't very high-tech, but you know what? We do things, we're a bit rough and ready on the Thari's channel. We're a bit, you know, we're a bit rough around the edges in there. One time I stuck a bunch of blue tack to a flashlight and stuck a crystal toy from a kid's magazine, and everyone in my class thought I was the coolest. That's cool. Where is it? It's going to be a bit further down, probably. Can't really explain... Can you explain the Danny DeVito thing? I don't really get it. Okay, so in yesterday's leak video, which I'll also link if you haven't seen it already, which is... So that video came out yesterday. Here. So basically, the leak was that Danny DeVito was going to play a character in Series 13, but because of COVID, he couldn't do it. And I highly doubt that he what do you call it, hasn't I highly doubt he's in it, but that's basically where the Danny DeVito jokes come from for Starlink. Let me find it. Oh, Pacifist, did you say you just bought the screwdriver? Thank you, Pacifist. Thank you very much. There'll probably only be like 3 left now, so if you want to get one now is what I'm trying to say before time runs out. Where is this bloody thing I want to show you? You know that thing you get where you want to show someone something and then you just can't find it. You've seen it before and then you just can't find it. It's one of the most annoying things. There should be a Doctor Who episode about that. A monster that just creates the ever so slightest inconveniences in your life. That'd be a good villain. Just a really petty villain. I think that'd be fun. Come on, where are you? There we are. Right. I'll just show one picture, right? Because this story is quite wild. What software do you use for thumbnails? This is slightly embarrassing, but PowerPoint. Because I'm terrible at Photoshop. You've got to have such a precise hand for Photoshop, and I just don't have it. Some people use GIMP, and I've heard that's alright as well, but I struggle with GIMP as well, so PowerPoint is what I use. Which is slightly embarrassing, but you know. My Sonic doesn't do wood. I mean, does this do wood? Have I got this desk is wood. Hang on. Yeah, so, oh, actually, it's a good thing I should point out as well. With the Sonic, I wanted this. I drew this myself, and then he made it. It's got a little segment that glows in the middle, which is cool. So if I send that to myself, and I'll put a picture on screen for you guys to see. Gmail. I think the chat's slightly behind, so I apologise for that. So if it feels like it takes forever for me to get to things that you say, it's not deliberate. Yeah. But it's just, you know, it's not me deliberately ignoring you or anything, it's just the fact that, why you gotta be like that? Right, hang on. Okay. Right, I'm gonna shrink myself down again. Ready for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids mode again. Right. So, I've been waiting to tell this story for a while, and I thought, I'm not gonna make a video on it probably, so I'll make it into a stream. So I purchased this, a Doctor Who TARDIS console from eBay. I won't say how much I spent, but it was a lot. You know, and I was on holiday when I bought it, so I thought, you know, by the time I get back to my house, it'll be here. It arrives, okay, and obviously bear in mind, I'm very excited because ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted one of these things. I've always wanted my own TARDIS console, ever since I was a wee little nipper. You know, I never wanted, you know, a Dalek or a Simon. I wanted a console to flick all the buttons and click them and stuff. So I was ecstatic at the thought of getting one of these. Even though it was a bit rough around the edges, I was like, you know what, this is cool. So I tweet about it, get very excited. It arrives. Not only, if I can get a picture, another picture. Why does the gallery reset to go to the top of the phone at the end? That's annoying. But basically, it arrives, right? And I'll show you what it looks like. Now, I probably should have sent both images, but you know what? Hindsight is 2020. Wait a minute, it's 2021. We need a new phrase. Hindsight is 2030. There we go. Where is it? It's going to be past those pictures. I understand that I understand that in my head, but none of you are. So where's the pictures of it in the thingy? You know what? Forget it. So basically, what happens is, we get there, it arrives, and it arrives broken. Not only does it arrive broken, well, I mean, when I say broken, it's like sort of wonky and stuff. It's mostly there, but obviously because the thing's so big, it arrives broken in the van that it comes in. So we get it out, and not only is it slightly broken, but we get it to the door, and it doesn't fit through the door. I, in my wisdom, decided, you know what, I don't need to check how big it is. It'll be fine. And it doesn't get through my new house doors. So, for a couple of days, we just sort of had a TARDIS console hanging about outside. But the ending of the story is a bit nicer, even though I did lose money, and I'm not prepared to say how much. But the moral of the story, so we ended up selling it off to a convention runner. He runs conventions, and we sold it to him, who is apparently going to fix it up and take it to conventions. I don't know whether he did in the end, but yeah, that's the story of my failed TARDIS console. I was planning on making a video on that, but now that you guys know, I've sort of done it here. So if you want to know what happened to that, then this stream is the place to go. Vulnerable TARDIS. Yeah, it was a vulnerable TARDIS. You know, the dream's still alive. Maybe one day, if I meet someone who's good at DIY, or I can pay someone to make one properly, I will. But, you know, it's not on the cards right now, but maybe one day. No, I'm not going to give you a price for this. All I'll say is that I lost about half my money when I sold it back. I gained about half back, but you know, it wasn't a good time. But yeah, that's that. No, I'm not gonna give you a price. No. If I get to 5,000 subscribers by tomorrow, I'll do it, because that's not gonna happen. I basically made the goal impossible. But there we go. There's the story of the TARDIS console. So yeah. But let me just go big screen just to end the stream off, because I think I'm gonna... Okay, I'll give you a price range. No, I won't actually. I'm gonna leave you in the dark. I'd rather not reveal how bad I am at investing money. But I'm getting better slowly, you know. Right. So just to end off the stream, because we talked about a lot today, so I want to culminate it all. I'll get you 5k tonight. I doubt it. I do doubt it. But to wrap up the stream, I have not forged any of the leaks that I've been talking about. Nerd made one joke but you know, he's not an issue at all. I found it very funny, and it was a very good troll. So don't send him any hate, because you know we get along just fine. What's the other thing? Chris Eccleston doesn't deserve the hate he's been getting. The Doctor Who card game is a scam, and buy the sonic screwdriver and don't buy consoles off eBay. But with that, thank you all for tuning in. It's been a wonderful stream, and I'm hoping to do these a bit more often. Thank you, and I will see you later. Well, actually, we'll do one more final buzz of the sonic to end the stream. There we go. Bye-bye, everybody.